Okay, so video number 2 for the day on the Alienware QD-OLED AW3423DW. I've just seen Vincent at HDTV Tests review on the newest video from today about color fringing and reasons why this display probably wouldn't be for you. One of those reasons being movie watching. I kind of disagree on that point because I've had this workaround in place for a number of years now, and regularly see comments on forums and other social media networks and so on the same aspects. So people don't know that this kind of workaround exists, so it's always being repeated. And I thought I'd do a quick video on that. So if I just show you exactly what part Vincent mentions, and we can go from there. So he said that because if you're watching a 4K video, Blu-ray video, or I guess any movie in general, when you watch the video itself on a 21:9 display, it's going to put the frame in the middle of the display, because typically some content creators or some services that stream movies to you, they'll put the force letterboxes on the frame itself. So you have an anamorphic movie, which is this frame, and then they force letterboxes top and bottom on you. So when you play it on a 16:9 display, 21:9 display, sorry, you get the frame like that in the middle of the display, and it looks a bit odd. Obviously, because it's OLED in the dark, it wouldn't be as much as an issue because this will be pitch black anyway. But the point still stands. You do get a frame in the middle of the display, which is 16:9, even though the movie itself is pretty much 21:9 cinematic aspect ratio, anamorphic, I think they call it. So the way around that on a streaming service like Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Prime, or anything else that you might be using as well, is to install an extension for your browser. So that browser could be Chrome, Firefox, Edge, whatever. I use one called, if I just bring the camera up, one that I use is called ultrawide. Don't know if that's going to focus, but it's free. It's a free extension for all of those browsers, and it's supported on them all. And it gives you a toggle option to go from scaled to stretched to normal, and then you can add a keyboard shortcut as well. So I'll show you how that works. Now, Vincent has used a movie on his example, so I'm going to close this window now because there's no need to show any more of that. I've already described it. So I've got Netflix open on this window here. If I maximize, playing Jaws, one of the best films ever, but if I maximize the window now to fill the screen, you can see we have letterboxes top and bottom, because Netflix, in their infinite wisdom, have given us a 16:9 frame, because I'm guessing they're going to assume that most people are going to be watching on a 16:9 TV or a 16:9 monitor. So they haven't given you the option to remove those letterboxes in order to fill the entire 21:9 monitor ultra-wide frame screen. So the way around that is I've got my extension installed, ultrawide or ultravideo, however it's pronounced, and all I'm going to do is play the movie and press the keyboard shortcut, and you can see it's automatically filled the entire frame. So there's nothing lost here, it's all good. The quality is really good still, and we can actually enjoy the movie more because we're filling the entire 34 inches of 21:9. And that is it. You just install the extension, press the keyboard shortcut or use the mouse, and you're good to go. So that automatically fixes any movie watching issues on any streaming site through any browser in one go. Now, when you're playing files locally, so if you've got a Blu-ray that you've converted and you've stored it on your network server or something like that, you might be playing it through a media player. This method only works on media players that support scaling. So Windows Media Player does not. I'm using Media Player Classic, which does. So if I play a movie that I've got stored here, I think I have Flight of the Navigator. Yeah. So we'll play that, and let's play the start of it. So this movie is encoded in 16:9, and it is presented in 16:9 as well. So you can see we have no letterboxes top and bottom. It is just the 16:9 frame, and that fills the whole vertical width, vertical height of the screen, and that looks fine. So with the lights off, that would look no problem at all. You could enjoy that. But if you wanted to, or if you have a movie locally stored that does have those letterboxes, just like Netflix I showed you earlier, you can, in Media Player Classic, you can press the number pad keys. So 1, 7, 9, 3, and 5 scale between scaling in and scaling out to either fill or unfill the screen itself. So you can do that with Media Player Classic, KV Player, KM Player, and so on. They have different keyboard shortcuts to do similar things, and VLC. So with this 16:9 view, I could fill the entire 21:9 and enjoy it that way as well. The only downside to doing that is because it's a 16:9 frame, you may chop off certain things like people's heads. So if I pause it when it's showing someone, so there, you can see that her head in 16:9 is getting really close to the edge there. So if I scale out to normal, you can see there's a bit of a gap. Normally in most movies, the top area and bottom area of the frame they don't really contain elements or props and things which are key focus areas. Everything tends to be focused within the center of the frame. So by scaling up to fill 21:9, you're not actually losing that much. So in theory, you can enjoy this more than just a 16:9 frame. You get a bigger window, you can just expand it out a bit more, or you don't have to fill the whole thing, you can just fill a portion of it just to get a bit more scaled out. Quality remains the same, and you're going to be set back watching at a distance anyway, and it's just as good. So yeah, both methods of movie playback on 21:9 are sorted just by doing that. Really easy steps, doesn't cost anything, and yeah, perfect movies.